Hello. Today we're talking mulch. Well, I guess let's start talking about the only mulch that I use. Um, I exclusively use this mulch. I trust this mulch so much that I trust it to drive me to the airport. And that mulch would be hemlock. Hemlock bark is the only mulch that I use, and it's the only mulch that you should be using. Hemlock is my gold standard for mulch. It breaks down beautifully, it looks great, it enriches the soil, and it breaks down quickly. All right, and then two solid runner-ups that I've used in the past. One of them is going to be fine bark mulch, and the other one is going to be composted mulch. The fine bark mulch is a great substitute if you can't get hemlock bark in your area. That can sometimes be difficult to get. And then composted bark mulch is great for growing fruits and veggies. These two other mulches are great substitutes because they'll break down quickly. That's something I look for when deciding on a mulch, is how fast it'll break down. Hemlock bark tends to break down pretty quickly. Mulch that doesn't break down fast tends to tie up available nitrogen. So mulch that has big pieces like arborist mulch or contractor mulch tend to take a lot longer to break down and tend to tie up available nitrogen. All right, now that we talked about the mulch that I do like to use, let's talk about the mulch that I absolutely avoid, and I recommend you do as well. The first is, and it's probably going to be shocking, but the first is cedar mulch. I would avoid cedar mulch as much as possible. Cedar mulch tends to be super acidic and takes a long time to break down, even with the smaller pieces. I know cedar mulch smells good and can be antimicrobial and keep some of the bugs away, but the benefits don't outweigh the issues, in my opinion. Another mulch that I would avoid and stay away from, which I think I already mentioned, arborist mulch or contractor mulch. Again, that's not really produced with gardening or plants in mind. It's mostly for aesthetics or for getting the job done. Another great mulch to avoid is rock mulch. Unless you have a very specific use for it, like a desert garden here, like a xeriscopic space. This pea gravel, this mulch gravel tends to heat up the soil a lot, gets everywhere, and doesn't break down and offer any nutrients. All right, and the number one mulch that no one should ever use ever is rubber mulch. Rubber mulch is awful. It doesn't break down. It leaches the dyes into the soil. And in my opinion, it disrupts the microbial activity and makes the worms and everything else go away. It is the least beneficial mulch across the board. I'd rather see a garden covered in pea gravel before rubber mulch. Yeah, yeah. So if you're using rubber mulch, I will find you. Applying and using mulch is one of the easiest ways to elevate and level up your small garden. But you got to do it the right way. And oftentimes the easy route and the cheap route isn't the best route. And I know you can get bags of rubber mulch for $2 at Walmart, but spending the extra money on a quality mulch, whether it's hemlock or not, will make that much of a difference long term. Subscribe for more garden tips. And if you use rubber mulch, I'm finding you.